Well, hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Joel, otherwise known as the Clueless Gamer. Welcome to my channel. This channel is all about games. I suck at games, but I really enjoy playing them. Therefore, my namesake, the Clueless Gamer. I'm a longtime fan of Mountain Blade. I've owned pretty much all of them: Mountain Blade Warband, Napoleonic Wars, now Bannerlord, and there's a few others off the top of my head I'm forgetting. And I love these games, but I know that for new people, especially for Bannerlord, a game like this can kind of be intimidating. So this is essentially a noob walkthrough kind of guide that I'm going to provide just to show new players that this is not as intimidating of a game as it can be. I'll be reviewing tactics that I use to kind of get a jump or a head start in the game. So with that, let's go ahead and dive right into Mountain Blade Bannerlord. I'm going to go ahead and open up the campaign. A couple of things you guys should note. My computer is a dinosaur. It struggles to kind of keep up with the graphics and whatnot. Hopefully, you guys will forgive me for that. I'll upgrade eventually, but for right now, just bear with me. So, my favorite culture in Bannerlord has got to be the Kwazites. I believe that's how it's pronounced. They're essentially a Mongolian Hunnic style army to play as. They have horse archers and whatnot. If you're new to the game, every culture has its own kind of bonuses. So one of the reasons I like the Kwazites is that you get 10% extra speed bonus for horsemen on campaign maps. If you look at the Aserai, which is kind of the Arab army, you'll see that they get 30% cheaper caravans and 10% less trade penalty, and kind of so on and so forth. The Vlandians get 20% upgrade XP to troops from battle. Sturgians, 20% less penalty from snow. The Empire, these guys are kind of like the Roman, like a Byzantine Empire. That's kind of what they're like. 20% construction speed bonus to town projects, wall repairs and siege engines. And the Battanians, forests to give 10% less speed penalty to parties. So with the Kwazites, you get 10% extra speed bonus for horsemen on campaign map. I play a nearly 100% horseman army. Therefore, this actually compounds quite nicely. So we'll go ahead and dive in. Oh, went a little too quickly there. I almost always do just like a random, until I find somebody that, yeah, this is good. We'll go there. Okay, cool. So if you're new to the game, you basically get to choose the history of your family. And there's like a little description here, which is pretty cool. I'll read the first one. Your family were the trusted kinsfolk of the Kwazite Noyan and shared his meals in the chieftain's yurt. Your father assisted his chief in running the affairs of the clan and fought in the corps of armored lancers in the center of the Kwazite battle line. Every single selection provides a cool description like that. And then, as with the culture stats, you also get a bonus here on the bottom. So you see it changes. And then you can see that highlighted a little bit more clearly here. So, I like to play as a horse archer, again, for the keeping in line with the culture I'm choosing. So for me, this first one here, a Noyan's kinsfolk, or tribes people work for me because I'm going to get bonuses to, or extra points rather, to my bow and my riding ability. The rest of these they give you other stats, but they don't really matter much to me. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'd rather have the extra bow points. Same thing here. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of quickly run through the stats that I want. All right. And this is kind of nice too, like having tactics and medicine. I don't like to choose these outright or focuses that increase those exclusively outright. I'd like to be a little bit more combat ready. And so I just feel like that's a better fit for me. Like this right here, you know, I'd like to have some lancing, or rather polearm. So we're going to go ahead and do that. My guy's head looks very disproportionate to his body here. Okay. Oh, I think it's because he's like a teenager right now. All right, so having a little charm is kind of nice, actually. Maybe we'll do that. And then if I could get one more, that gives me more lance. It doesn't. But this gives me more bow, so I'll do that. Cool. And then basically after you're done making those selections, you'll see all of the decisions you made here, which is kind of nice. If you, for whatever reason, disagree with it, you want to change it, you can just go back by hitting that button right here. I like this name, Chagatai. I think that's really thematic. I'm just going to go ahead and dive right in. I do like to play on realistic settings for everything except for recruitment. If you've played Bannerlord before, then you know that recruitment can kind of be challenging. I'm going to enable death, and I'm going to auto-allocate clan member perks. If you're really new, if you change these, they just reduce the amount of damage that your troops receive, your parties receive, and that you personally receive. So don't feel bad if you feel like that's something you have to do in the beginning. I have found that the strategy I use allows me to play on realistic, and not only play on realistic, but at some point you'll actually be able to beat armies much larger than yours. And I'll show you how using mainly horse archers and lancers. So we're going to go ahead and start the game. That art's really cool. Looks like the Mongolian hordes. Probably one of the coolest things about Bannerlord is all that type of art. In the beginning, there is a storyline that you can follow. This is your brother. Some things have happened. I'm going to skip all of this. As you can see, there's an option to skip the tutorial. If you're very new, it might be worth going through the training because it'll show you how to fight, how to shoot bows, how to ride horses, all that stuff. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and leave. There is a, what do you call it? Like a storyline to follow in the game. I'll pull that up in a second. I'm just going to call this the Golden Horde. Boom. Done. So we're going to do horse archers. There you go. Boom. What do you guys think? All right, let's go. Basically, Neretzi's Folly. Investigate Neretzi's Folly. Basically, you have to talk to 10 nobles that are around the map. I'll inevitably come across one, but there's like a giant blue exclamation point. You talk to them, you get more details about what happened in this particular battle, and it's kind of like the generic Bannerlord storyline. They have made it so that you don't need to follow this storyline to create a kingdom. Normally you would have to do that. Now you don't have to. If you can get your clan tier to tier 4 and have at least one, town or castle or whatever, then you can just click this button and create a kingdom without having to follow any of the storyline. The storyline is kind of cool if you haven't done, if you've never played this before. Maybe try it. You get to see a lot of Calradia. You'll be forced to because you'll have to ride around the map searching for them. I'm not going to do that in this playthrough though. So feel free to do that if you wanted to experience that. It doesn't really change the strategy overall. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at my character. I have a focus point. Focus points allow you to, here, look, I'll show you. So if I were to add a focus point to polearm, which I actually am going to do because I really want to increase the skill. As you get experience by fighting with the polearm, you'll unlock these special abilities like extra HP, standard bearer, and you'll see like the little bonuses you get. Hit points increased by 3%, 50% morale to troops in formation, etc. All of these abilities here have that option. In the beginning, I don't like to dump too much into other things like leadership, trade, engineering. There are champions or heroes rather you can use to supplement your abilities, and we can get into that a little bit later. For now, I'm just going to quickly select these so that I can dive into the game. You're going to start off with a very generic looking character. Thankfully, he does have a little pole arm and some decent armor. It's not the worst. Some grain because you do have to feed your parties and whatnot. So part of my strategy is getting over to the Quasite lands. So I'm just going to kind of quickly zoom out here so you can see. Over here on the far right, you have the Quasites. You have 3 sects of the empire. So in history, when the Roman Empire split, that's basically what's happening here with the empire. So you have the southern, northern, and western empire. You have the Aserai, which are kind of again like the Arabs. You have like these feudal knights in Vlandia. You have Britannia over here, and then kind of your Viking faction, the Sturgians, up here. So I'm currently all the way over here. I need to get to this side over here so that I can recruit the Quasite units. So I'm just going to quickly navigate my way through. If you're clicking around the map, if you press 3, you can speed up the movement. You can also do the same by clicking this down here. So I'm just going to quickly right over there. You'll see like there's all these little looter parties. Those are the ones you're going to want to take advantage of fighting in the beginning. They're pretty weak. If you're pretty good at the game, I mean, you could take on pretty large groups of them by yourself. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that I can get my recruits to fight in the beginning because the Quasites can level up to horse archers very, very quickly. We just have to do a kind of a delicate dance of having enough money to purchase horses so that I can upgrade them from infantry to horses. I'll show you what I mean right now. So when you go to a town, you go to recruit troops, and these are all of the Quasite recruits. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm actually going to go ahead and take all of those. Let's go ahead over here. You can also buy products from them, which I will actually need to do. You'll see here that when you purchase food, it'll let you know how many days until you have no food. When you have no food, your men start taking casualties and you lose morale, and that's always bad. So always pay attention to that. Let's go ahead and get all of these recruits here. I want to do the max. My max party size is 22, so let's go to trade. When you get to a big town, you can trade. You can look at everything by category. So like if I just want to see weapons, or excuse me, melee weapons, shields and ranged weapons, armor, horses, all that good stuff. I don't really need the shield. I don't really need the saber. I don't really need this spear. I do want a spear though. I want to be able to couch lance. So let's see here. But there isn't one where I can couch lance. But this is longer than the one I had before. So let me take this. Eventually I plan to... Well, I guess I can buy a bow now. Let's see. I think I will. I'll get a step bow. Are there no regular arrows? Okay, I guess I'll do the barbed arrows. Kind of expensive in the beginning, but not a big deal because as we fight these looters and stuff, we're gonna get loot. We also plunder gold from them, so it's not a terribly big deal. Let's go to recruit. Boom. This is a pretty large group of looters. We can probably beat them. I prefer to take advantage of our numbers, so I'm going to see if I could find a smaller group of looters over here somewhere. There were a few that were running around. So you see, I'm running out of money. Again, we got to do like this delicate balancing act, and we're going to do that. So let's jump these guys real quick. It's only 5 of them, should be pretty easy. If we can catch them. Okay. Okay, so I'm actually just going to send these guys out to attack. And I'll see if I can help my skill by just trying to hit some of these guys. I don't want to kill them because I want these guys to get all the experience. And there you go. Our recruits just completely wrecked them. Also, I'm a little weird. I only play in first person. Not sure if any of you have played Warband in the past or anything like that. Let me know if playing in first person is weird. I haven't met very many people that have. So anyway, after a battle, you can always take prisoners, and you'll see that there's an option to upgrade troops. But this option to get this horse archer is not available because I don't have any horses, like I mentioned earlier. So I'm going to have to purchase those. But I wanted to get some loot and stuff before I did that. Let's see if we can find another looter group. There you go. Let's go over here. We should catch up to them right now. There you go. So this is kind of like the unfun part in the beginning, but I promise you this strategy works. Literally within, 2 to 3 hours, you could have a very powerful army and making very good amounts of money and setting yourself up for, whatever direction you want to go in the campaign. Not sure if I'll make this like a full let's play. Maybe I will. I don't know. Let me know if that's something you guys would like to see. But yeah. See if I can get a little spirit experience. Boom. All right, so there's morale in this game when you're fighting. Since my army defeated most of theirs, this guy is routing, but he's not going to make it, unfortunately. There you go. Oh, that was beautiful. Okay, all right. Let's get out of here. You always plunder some gold. Boom, okay. Let's go back to the city. I know one of these villages sells horses. Let me see, was it? I think I came here earlier, but okay, it's not this one. Oh, let's see if we can get this guy. Oh, nice. I leveled up. All right, you know what? I want to buy horses, so buy products. So every village you come across has a unique product that they sell. So this is grain, that's their production. Fish, whatever. All right, I'll just go back to the town. Okay, let's go to trade. So there's not, like, I don't really need any of this. I mean, I could take this stuff, but I'd rather have the cash. So I'm just gonna sell all of this. And I don't really need olives, and look at the price I'm gonna get for that. So don't really need the meat or the butter. Grain is pretty cheap, so I'm just gonna get some more of that. Did not mean to grab all of it. That ought to do it. Horses. I need horses. Step horses are uber expensive over here. That kind of sucks. So let's not do that. Let's actually go up here, see if we can get a better price. Oh no, looks like this is under siege. So that's kind of one of the cool things about Bannerlord is there's this whole other world of things that are happening. So this town is actually being attacked by an army of the Northern Empire. And by the looks of it, 1,300 against, what is it, 300 defenders? Yeah, that's... Unless they raise an army to attack this, I doubt that that city's going to hold out for long. So we're just going to have to continue on. Actually, recruit is what I meant to do. Oh, I have all 22. Ah, there you go. Okay, so you can usually get a better price for those types of resources, in this case horses, by going directly to towns that are, or excuse me, villages that are producing them. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a product. Now look at that price difference. The other one was 172 versus 84. I mean, that's a huge difference. So let's just double check how many I'm going to need. It looks like I have 6 men that can be upgraded. So let's see if I can even afford 6 horses out the gate. You will pay 420. Guess not. Okay, so I don't want to bankrupt us, I guess. I'll do the 5. But you'll see that horse archers are a force multiplier out the gate. Plus, they increase your speed because those are mounted units. Let's go ahead and chase this guy down. You see we're catching up to them much faster now. All right. One of the reasons why I personally fight the battles instead of using tactics, especially in the beginning, is if your skill's pretty low there, you might lose higher tier units to groups of extremely low tier bandits. I'm going to charge in. I really want you to be able to see kind of how good these guys are. So they're going to circle around and just pelt these guys, and I need a little experience too, so I have to fight. But look at that. They already brought one down. And they're a great distraction to allow our infantry to catch up and absolutely just wreck. Oh, I almost killed their own guy. And just like that, look at that. Looters are all dead. And I suspect that we're going to get quite a few people to upgrade here. Looks like we got 2. Perfect. Plundered 67. Got some loot. Let's go sell that too. And that's kind of what you're basically going to do over and over again, is we're going to go back and forth between, fighting these raiders, selling their goods. You always want to make sure you have some cash because you do owe a salary. Look at that, daily party wage. So daily you're paying out your troops. So I almost always sell, any junk. If I get special food items like earlier with the olives, I sell that too, at least in the beginning. You don't want to be too picky. If you're trying to play a trade-oriented game, you're going to need a couple of units in your army and beef them up. And then maybe you would care more about, taking expensive items from one place to another where you'll get a really good profit. That is not the route I'm going to take. I'd rather just sell, buy horses, upgrade my men, and eventually, as you saw just a second ago, I'll have so many horse archers that they just completely mow down troops. I fought a battle in another campaign that I'm currently playing in. It was my 100 horse archers versus an army of nearly 400. I think it was Vlandians, and we absolutely demolished that army. Here's something interesting that's happening right here. So there is a field battle happening between a minor faction here, the Eleft Heroes party versus what is that? I think they're is it the Western or Northern? So that is a Western Empire trade caravan. Can I jump in and help them? No. Anyway, if I were to have declared a war on a minor faction by basically attacking any one of their parties, I could actually jump in, help this guy, and then we'd outnumber him like almost 2-1. But that isn't the case, so I'm going to leave him to it. What am I doing? I need to buy more horses. So let me go over here. Since I know that this particular village is going to give me more horses. How many more of my men can upgrade? I didn't even pay attention to that. All right. Can I afford one more? I don't even want to carry him around anymore. I cannot. So, and I'm going to need to fight another bandit group pretty fast here. Otherwise, I may not be able to afford the party wage in another day. Okay, cool. All right, since the whole point is getting these infantry to upgrade, I'm going to send them in first. I'll hold back the horse archers just a little bit, but they should be able to lob some shots over in just a sec here. Let's see. There you go. All right, normally right now I'll send them in because by the time they reach the area, our troops would have done all the damage, and see, these guys should start running away. Oh, they didn't. They stuck around. Super brave. Okay, cool. All right. I didn't show you this earlier, but every time you win a battle, it'll tell you how much renowned and morale you gain. And once you're a vassal or a king, it'll also show you how much influence you're going to get. Okay, cool. Look at that, olives and dates. It's unfortunate that this is still under siege. But remember I was telling you about an army gathering? So they did. It's about 433 men, but that's not going to do anything to this army. So they would either have to get another army large enough to compete, or more lords are going to have to join this army. I'm still, again, thinking that this isn't going to go well. Also, it looks like the siege has actually begun. So if I were to just press play here, you should see, yeah, you see that the number is decreasing? That battle is currently happening. Somewhat impressive. So they had 1,300 before, and it looks like the defenders are really putting in some work. There's another army over there. You know, I don't have time to waste. I need to feed my troops, so I gotta run. Let me not get distracted with that. Let's head down here to this town, and I could trade in the goods that I will kill off this group real quick first. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. If I don't get over here and sell what I have, I might take a morale hit. Let's see. Oof, I made it just in time. Okay, so let's go ahead and trade. Sell off this junk that I have. Oh, my men ate the olives. See, that's what I get. That's what I get for waiting too long. My men eat the olives. This might be a quick little win for us. I think we're going to wait and then just jump on this guy because he's going to defeat this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to wait. And now, if I talk to him, I can declare war on him. So we lucked out. That doesn't normally happen. You can fight, you know, these clans later after you've upgraded your men. But in this case, I mean, my army of recruits could beat any army of 5 people at this point. So I'm here to deliver my demands. I offer you one more chance. He's not going to yield. You'll see that they have declared war on me, even though I attacked them. And we're going to go ahead and attack these guys. I will probably let my horse archers do the work, because I believe this army is an army of horse archers themselves. So I'm just going to... You see that? So... Nailed him. But yeah, my guy's really slow right now at shooting arrows and stuff because his... I mean, we just started the campaign, but eventually he'll be able to fire them off just as fast as anybody else. He's also going to be a little inaccurate in the beginning. I realize I also have a really crappy horse. That's why I can't keep up with them. I forgot to upgrade my horse. Alright, his horse is dead. And he's dead. We have one more over here. Alright. And they should all be dead. Looks like I lost somebody. I wonder if it was a horseman. Let's see. What did I lose? Oh, it looks like he was just knocked unconscious. Thank God. Alright. So I'm going to take him as prisoner because he'll be worth a good bit of money right now. Again, we really lucked out. Look at this. If I really wanted to stack my army, I could. You know, I actually might take these horsemen for now. And just get rid of my my troops that are still recruits. And this will help me get there faster to that kind of mobile army that I really want. I'm also going to take all their prisoners. Now, you'll see that I'm over my prisoner limit, but I'm very, very close to the city. And I think I'll be able to get into it before I lose any to be able to sell. And I mean, look at this. I mean, we have so many goods. We'll get a good bit of loot or cash as well for selling off all those prisoners. So I'm going to take these right here because I need the whatchamacallit, the armor. And then the rest I'm going to sell. Let's go ahead and take. All right. So if I go to Tavern District, you can see that I can ransom off all of my prisoners. So just like that, boom, I made 2 grand, which is awesome this early on in the game. So, and then we'll go to trade and then sell off all those other things that I don't really need. Just get rid of it all. Sell that stupid horse. Can I afford? Yeah, I'll grab a step horse myself. And then my men are not going to be able to eat whatever they want. I need to make cash. That's the most important thing right now. And I believe I had 6 guys that were ready to upgrade. So I'll go ahead and purchase 6 of those horses. It'll take it out of the money I was going to make. And even after that, I'm still going to make some cash, which is awesome. So if I go back here, boom, just like that. Look at, and even this guy is ready to upgrade to the next tier, which is perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. And I only have 1 recruit left, which I'll actually get rid of so it won't slow down my my party. I wonder if I can recruit. I'm pretty sure if I were to go around to the other towns, I could probably find other another recruit that has a horse already. Let's go ahead and jump some of these guys over here, and we'll just start collecting their loot and stuff and selling that off and build up some of our cash pile so that I'm not going to be held back if I need to purchase horses, even if they're at a higher rate. So you'll see now that, I mean, we've been playing for what, something in the ballpark of 20, 30 minutes. And I have a completely mobile army already that will be able to do some serious damage. Now, we did luck out, right, with these guys. But it wouldn't have taken me very long to upgrade all of my recruits to this. Wow, I suck. Okay. How many arrows? Oh my god. By the way, rocks will kill you in this game. Pebbles will kill you in this game. Doesn't matter how much armor you have on. So be careful with that. Oh, come on. There you go. Look at that. Look how much damage you did. Oh, it doesn't help that I suck at this game. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh, I am not showing off very well right now. Okay. Let's just shoot some arrows. There you go. I can hit people with the bow, though, at least. Sometimes. All right. Perfect. killed them. Let's just go ahead and take all their stuff. I don't want any prisoners right now. These guys are not really worth, I mean, they're worth like 10 a piece. So if you get like a lot of them, sure, you can go sell them. But right now, I just really don't want my party to be slowed down. So I'd rather just kill them, take their stuff, and then sell it. Go ahead and mop this guy up. That armor is great, by the way. Oh, man. It's like 30 for your body, 10 for your legs. It's crazy. Ugh. Really? Look at that. Look at that. Rocks will kill you in this game. Oh no. Oh, no. Oh, that's unfortunate for you. Okay, all right. Okay, so I think right here is a good point to call it. Again, this is just a good example of a way you can start. I will plan to post a second episode, just kind of showing you the progression, getting this from kind of your beginner army to a much larger army. The next thing I'll do in the next episode is recruit a hero, and I'll show you how heroes can help supplement some of your other character attributes, like medicine, for example. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I'll do. In the next episode, I'm going to hire a champion that, or excuse me, a hero that can supplement that, which is great because as you get into fights, inevitably your men are going to fall in battle. And if you have a character with high medicine, then they will actually be able to prevent some of your men from dying. So they'll just be wounded instead, which is super huge after you've made a time investment, a money investment. Like, you want to hold on to these guys and get as much out of them as possible. Well, hey, this is The Clueless Gamer, and I'm so grateful that you took the time to watch. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification button. And I look forward to hanging out with you on the next one. Thank you so much, guys.